Hey, it's Victoria McCooey. Today I want to talk to you about parallel parenting. So, if you're divorced from or in the process of divorcing a narcissistic spouse and you have children that you share, there is no way you're going to be able to co parent like other people. You just can't. I mean, they're not wired the same as other people. So it's not going to be this idea that you have for this co-parenting situation, like you see on TV, where you can still make choices for your children together or have conversations about their well-being. Now, by this point, you realize that the narcissist can only put himself first. I mean, I'm going to say him because 75% of narcissists are men. So it's a generalization, yes, but for the most part, we're talking about women who are married to narcissistic men. His main motivation is to fulfill his own needs. So the children aren't separate people that have separate needs. He can't put their needs ahead of him. They're just there for his own glorification or for whatever value they can give him. So you can't even try to entice him to or even beg him to put the children's needs first, because that doesn't resonate with him. He doesn't understand that just can't happen. He might give you lip service and say, oh, you have to put the children's needs first, and you have to, and I always put the children's needs first, but he doesn't even understand what that means, I promise. So what are his needs in this situation? Typically, money is a big one. So that's around not having to pay you as much child support. Money is his motivation. He's going to want to try to fight for the children more of the time, because if a lawyer is telling him that the more time he has with the kids, the less money he has to pay to you, well, there's the motivation. It's not about really his wanting to be the full-time parent. It's mostly about fulfilling his need to keep his own money. Appearances. He wants everyone to think he's super dad, right? That's how he feels glorified. So he wants to show that he's like the great dad who does all the stuff. And, so he's going to want to override whatever it is you want to do so that he can look like he's taking care of the kids. The third is he needs to hurt you. We talked about this, right? His ego is so fragile. By leaving him, you have done the most harm that anyone can ever do to a narcissist, because their biggest fear is abandonment. You're abandoning him, and I don't care if he left. I don't care if he had, 5 affairs. I don't care if whatever he did, choked you, like in my case. I don't care what he did to you. You're leaving. You're leaving. So you have to be punished. You must be punished. So he wants to hurt you in any way he can, and he will use the children. So here's what you think will happen, right? You think, oh, co-parenting will, so it's the kid's birthday. You expect, like other people, you talk about how you're going to celebrate the birthday. Maybe you're going to do it together. Maybe you do this date, I do this. No, you can't even do that. You can't even do something as simple as make birthday arrangements, because he will try to sabotage whatever arrangements you have made, because this is how he will hurt you. Okay, this is a story from my own issue, my own custody battle, divorce from a very narcissistic spouse. I had planned for them to go with my mother on the Disney cruise over a holiday that I had with them, right? So we were going on the Disney cruise, and he sabotaged it. In retrospect, shouldn't have even told him, but I told the kids because I wanted them to get excited about it. They told their father, and he sabotaged it, wouldn't allow them to go. We ended up in court fighting over this, because I thought the tickets were bought, the flights, everything was done. It was going to cost a fortune not to have to redo it. And the court said, oh, he's their father and he doesn't want them to leave the country. I think it was to the Bahamas. So no, if he doesn't give his permission, they can't go. All right. So did he really not think it was not safe for them to go on the Disney cruise? No, he wanted to hurt me. And guess what he did? We rescheduled for the following year. He immediately took them on a cruise. As soon as he heard that I wanted to take them on a cruise, he took them on a cruise to front run it, right? To make it like, oh, now I got all the glory. I was the one who took them on the cruise. I got that first taste of taking them on a cruise ship, not you. In no way, shape, or form was this about what was best for the kids. This was to feed his ego, to hurt me financially, emotionally, whatever. All right, so you can't plan things. Everything has to be kind of a sneak attack. You can't decide, oh, let's give them whatever for a Christmas gift, or you give them this and I'll give them that. No, it doesn't work that way. He will front run it. He will sabotage it. He will overdo it, like get ahead of it, make it bigger, better, and again, not because he loves his kids so much that he wants whatever huge gift for them. It's all about hurting you through the kids. All right. And, asking for a switch in schedule, which seems benign, right? Why would you want to hire a babysitter? Wouldn't the other parent rather spend that time with the kids or switch off? I mean, that would be the normal. Well, it'll be, oh, I need to switch. Okay, so I'll switch for you, and then you do the favor, and he won't return the favor. He won't hold up the other end of the bargain just to mess with you, just to make it inconvenient for you. This is how they work. They're toxic. And if they were abusive in your marriage, well, of course, they're going to be even worse toward you after you leave them. So what were you expecting? And I don't care if they found a new partner, gone on, they're still out to get you. They never let it go. All right, so what's the answer? The answer is parallel parenting. This is the term we use for when you parent the children your way on your time, he parents the children his way on his time. There is no communication about what's best, what we should do as a whole, because in this case, it is honestly in the children's best interest for you not to try to parent with the other party, because it will end up causing more drama, more chaos, more craziness. And that's why you got the divorce, right? You want a sane, happy, calm, rational household so the kids get to see what that feels like, a real loving, safe place. So letting that back in is defeating your whole purpose. So you parent the way you parent on your time. Do not expect or even ask for a switch in schedule. Don't ask for any alterations. Just stick to your schedule. Do not communicate unless it's an emergency. Do everything through our family wizard or however you communicate with your ex, and keep it all business all the time, not any emotion. And don't take the bait when he tries to bait you with, some accusation or ridiculous claim or whatever. Stepford wife, you just answer yes, no, no emotion whatsoever, none. It's the only way to stay sane. So that is my advice for today. Parallel parenting. And remember, this isn't the rest of your life. Your kids are going to grow up. Try to enjoy the time you have with them before they are adults. And don't let this just completely override all the joy. I mean, this is why I do this, because I did it all wrong. I made every mistake. I kept expecting him to be better or change, or it's never going to happen. And there was so much angst, so much chaos. And that's why I want to inform you. I want to teach you. I want to expose all this for you, so you don't have to go through what I did. You can get right to where you need to be much faster. So that's how I help my clients. If you are interested in finding out more about my coaching, you can email me at victoriamccooey.com, or you can just book a free session right on my website, which is victoriamccooey.com. We'll talk about what's going on with you, if you're a good candidate for my coaching, if I think I'm a good fit for you, and we'll talk about the different ways I work with my clients. All right. Thanks so much for watching.